Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back, this time with another young Indian, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now, we have with us Suryakant. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Suryakant.
Thank you so much, Sudh Mathurji sir, to giving me this opportunity to put my words on. So before we kicking off today, let me ask my audience, those who will watch it after it will went on social media platform. So have you ever felt the pull of doing something just because it excites you, yet held back because you worried what others might think? Well, today we are going to delve into that space where passion meets practicality. And the funny things to allowing myself is just be me is all those boring people stopped wanting to hang out with me because I was not safe, not sure yet. And all the people who stuck around me were awesome. These are the people who did things. We hiked, we swam, we laughed, and we lived together. We could discuss anything from a black hole to a stand-up comedians about Tanmay Bhatt to Shamay Rana, and all the while we were laughing. And it is so easy to get lost in having a good time. So I made sure to remind myself in one simple fact. I am privileged to be able to earn my living today by myself only. But when I was 9, I never introduced myself by saying, Hi, my name is Suryakant, and when I grow up, I want to be an engineer or doctor. I was not that weird as a kid. And even today, as an adult, yes, I am start accepting the reality that I'll be I grown up today. So I am far more passionate about the things than mailing our project report. So the passion is what uh, that is really all about. I find it mind blowing that so many people have so many passion and so badly want to share them with the world, but they don't fear about being criticized by the people they don't even care about. So I can talk about my passion with anybody, some crowd at the party, the woman in line at the grocery store, and even those who are after watching it after it's upload to the social media. So I'll start out introducing myself. Hi everyone, my name is Suryakant, and I'd like to start with a funny observation about myself. The real turning point in my life was not when I got into college or finished a degree. I recently finished my master's degree. When I gave up, the turning point of my life was when I gave up myself permission to just be me. It's just a rare privilege to have a freedom of shape of your own career, explore your passions, and build a life around your interest. That's what happened with everybody. And here the funny part that I also shared the key. Whenever I was a kid, I never introduced myself as blah blah. I want to do this and that. So, uh, yeah. So basically, I'm born and brought up in a small city of Patna, Bihar. It's a semi-urban city, and born in a farmer family gives real life edge over other people. We can say we have some edge over others because we know the harsh reality of the world. We are very keen towards the ground, and yeah. So I also have some hands-on experience over crop cultivation, farming, whatever the people eats in their dinner, breakfast, every time. We know how to grow. And yes, for farmers, they are making money from the soil, from the ground without harming anybody and anybody's loss. Also, I love to read literature, poems, some basically Hindi literature, Hindi poems, and all those poets who wrote that. So I used to read sometimes. I also used to format those things in my word. I like cooking, playing outdoor sport, and I'm good at some self-defense techniques. Even my grandfather taught me some ancient warfare techniques such as लाठी चलाना, तलवारबाजी, गंगा किनारे के होने के चलते, yes, I have some edge over other people. So now let us deep dive into my academic journey.
You should put a sign over here. Don't mess with me. It will be
No,
trouble
sir,
for you.
there is no need for that. Uh,
Don't rob somebody else, not me. I'll kill you.
no, I won't kill anybody. Ha, if I found something mishappening around me, then I definitely have the courage to raise my voice against that.
And do something because you know all the lathi business.
I know how to like वो शिवाजी महाराज वाली technique and all.
Uh,
So
uh,
no,
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Mm,
Now, it's about my academic journey. So
mm,
everyone went to school. I also went to school, met with my friends, but childhood friends, good teachers that they shaped me what I am today now.
mm,
And I hold a bachelor degree from Patna University and a master's in Agri-Business Economics from Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics. So at Gokhale, I specialized in econometrics, some data science techniques, fields that require a deep understanding of statistical modeling and analytical tools. These skills have proven invaluable as I have navigated the complex world of Indian agriculture economics, and my
mm.
fascination with numbers stems from their ability to reveal hidden patterns in everything from market trends to policy impacts.
Yeah.
It's not about the technicality. What truly drives me is how we can apply data-driven insights into real-world problems, especially in agriculture. Yes, my expertise is agriculture. So India's agriculture sector has long been the backbone of its economy, with over 50% of, we can say 50%, now hovering around 46 to 45% of the total population still dependent on farming for their livelihood.
Mm,
And agriculture remains the cornerstone of India's socio-economic fabric.
mm,
Historically, Indian agriculture has been characterized by traditional farming methods, monsoon dependency, small-scale subsistence
mm,
farming.
mm,
But the past few decades have been the witness of paradigm shift in
mm,
agriculture.
mm.
From the green revolution to digital agriculture transformation, use of artificial intelligence is also nowadays is quite popping off their heads. And the landscape of Indian farming is evolving. This transformation is driven by both, we can say, internal pressure and external demand for food security, economic growth, and environmental sustainability. So I'll start some history about Indian agri and green revolution.
Sure.
Then,
Yeah.
so the transformation of Indian agriculture, mainly whatever we study and all, in my point of view, it is started from when the concept of green revolution started during 1960s to 70s, wala decade mein. Faced with the frequent famines, Bengal famine and all that gives us a lot of wounds that time, and we are still starving with that. So India adopted new techniques, some high yielding variety seeds, chemical fertilizers, and irrigation infrastructure. The green revolution significantly boosted the production of staple crops like wheat and rice. Before that, we were dependent to US and all, and they send us food as a grant. So yeah, while it rescued millions from hunger and poverty, now we have surplus of our food stock from like 10, 20 years. So the green revolution also came with a challenge such as over reliance on specific crops, soil degradation due to excessive chemical use,
Mm.
unequal benefit among farmers. We can
Yeah.
say कि कुछ states in India like Haryana, Punjab, the farmers are quite self-reliant and more empowered than some other states like UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, and all. So the green revolution set the stage for subsequent advancements, but it also highlights the need for more realistic, holistic approach to agricultural development. Now, as India's population continued to grow and diversify, so too did the demands placed on its agriculture system and the
Mm,
need for innovation in sustainable practices, diversification of crops, adopting some cutting edge techniques like hydroponic farming, vertical farming, and all. Because of addressing environmental concern also and providing food security as very crucial these days.
mm.
And for like long-term agricultural transformation, all those steps would be highly plausible. So now I'll talk about the current landscape of Indian agriculture.
Sure.
Yeah, sir. So India's agriculture sector is currently at a crossroads where it must meet the growing demand for population expected to reach around 1.5 billion. We can say we reached 1.4 last year by 2030, while also addressing concern related to climate change, food security, sustainability, innovation in agriculture,
Mm,
and sectors nearly contributes around 18% of India's GDP, as we all
yeah.
know. And agricultural exports remain a significant component for our economy. And despite this, Indian agriculture faces numerous challenges, and these include fragmented land holdings, outdated farming techniques, inadequate access to credit. Yeah, the credit facility we have to address on a large scale. Our government should focus more on for the providing credit facility, even nowadays. And poor infra for storage, lack of warehouse facilities. However, the advent of new technologies coupled with progressive policy reforms is helping to address these issues. Now the government is governments have some ambitious programs, wo sab, irrigation yojana, we can say. I forget that exactly the name of that yojana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indian government also provides some crop protection schemes. They have a good history about that, but still the Pradhan Mantri Fashal Bima Yojana is doing good for the farmers. Now the efforts to double the farmer income by 22, we have not reached that scale, and still we have a lot of challenges. We still don't not able to figure out ki, what is the income of an average farmers of a country. We can say by state, yes, the Maharashtra farmers has this income, Punjab farmer has this income, but country as a whole we are not able to recognize कि कितना देना है किसको, तो हम double किसको करेंगे पहले. So we have to think on that. Now, yeah, the technology, the role of technology, we cannot ignore it, and nobody can. I mean, we are witnessing this drive of technology to our life day by day. Every day is happening new things to us. So the most of significant driver of transformation in Indian agriculture is the integration of communication technology, that ICT, and AI, use of AI, then Internet of Things, to helping farmers make
Mm.
more informed decision about crop management, crop protection.
Mm.
Even weather forecasting, we are still dependent on monsoon.
Mm.
So it will also help us to optimize our resources better.
Mm.
I'll add 2, 3 points on this. Like first, for digital agriculture. So the digital platforms are playing increasingly vital role in connecting farmers to markets. Um, According to agricultural experts and supply chains, there are multiple startups in our country right now, and they are literally being the one of the successful startups and initiative to uplift the economy. So yes, I know a few of them names, that is DHeart, AgroStar, HFN, eMandi. So all those things are doing quite
Mm.
well, and some there are also major private players like Syngenta and other those who have multinational companies and not originated from the India. They're also supporting the farmers by their own way. So these applications, they have developed some mobile applications and offer farmers to advisory services. Government is also doing that, but government wala cheez is not too much effective nowadays. So the private players comes in this industry and they are earning significantly, and the farmers are also benefiting on the other hand.
Okay.
So yeah, now we can say, yeah, use of AI in agriculture. So it will help us to precise our agriculture, and there is a company called CropIn that use AI-driven analytics to monitor crop health and pest infection warning systems, and offer predictive insight for the farm.
Mm.
Now a concept of precision agriculture comes in. So the
Yeah.
precision farming powered by drones and GPS sensors allow farmers to optimize resource use by closely monitoring their soil health,
Mm.
moisture level, crop growth. So these technology enable site-specific crop management. They can reduce the excessive use of fertilizer, water, and pesticides. Then blockchain technology. Yeah, blockchain technology is
Mm.
also increasing
Mm.
transparency and traceability to the agricultural supply chain.
Mm.
Now the major culprit nowadays is the climate change. So we cannot say that to culprit because it has some both impact. But yeah, for agriculture, it being the one of major challenge to, like, for unpredictable monsoons, extreme temperature,
Mm.
and
Mm.
erratic weather patterns are leading to crop failure and
Mm.
reduced yields. So
Mm.
the climate change induced soil degradation and water scarcity have further exacerbated the challenge to the
Mm.
farmers.
Mm.
So to counter this, there has been a growing emphasis on sustainable agricultural practices. You can say agroecology, organic farming, and conservation agriculture are being promoted to preserve soil health,
Mm.
enhance diversity, and reduce the carbon footprints of farming. One initiative of Indian government is the National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. Basically, all those things are focusing on it. So yeah,
Okay.
the multiple portals such as Inam and all also helping farmers to create a unified national market where farmers can access to the buyers directly. So we need to replace the beach wala cheese
Mm-hmm.
from our ecosystem so that farmers can directly get benefit.
Mm.
So it's all about agriculture, what I want to share from my side. There is one more thing that takes my interest um, from the year, that is energy security for India. So basically, we are directly dependent to other country, possibly Gulf countries, for our energy
Mm.
demand. We were
Mm.
continuously
Mm.
importing fossil fuels from them. Sometimes Russia being the biggest importer of fossil fuel, but majorly the Gulf ones. So this is the key area where agriculture is intersecting with energy in the production of biofuel from agricultural waste. अभी right now I am in Delhi and आने वाले दिनों में pollution will become the demon for the city and everybody will blame the farmers कि farmers have burned their residue और उसकी वजह से यहाँ पे लोगों की सांसें जा रही है. But so in order to do so, biofuel could be a game changer thing. So it provides such a dual opportunity,
Mm.
reducing waste while creating a sustainable energy source.
Mm.
And I worked on a scheme of Indian government during last year while I was working with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs.
Mm.
It is on Govardhan scheme. Govardhan scheme is galvanized organic bio-agro resource dhan. So it consists with the production of compressed biogas from dairy byproduct and other organic waste. So this initiatives not only provide farmer with an additional source of income, but also contributes to the India's renewable energy goals. And this emphasis on renewable energy in agriculture does not stop at biofuels. Even solar energy becomes increasingly integrated into farming practices like agrovoltaics, the multi-layer farming. इसमें ऊपर is a solar panel, नीचे a crops होते हैं. Solar irrigation also keeps raging these days. Then, yeah, one scheme of Indian government is because I'm currently also working in a think tank, and last year I worked with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So I know some up to some extent of whatever the initiatives of Indian governments, how they provide it to the farmers. So one thing is the PM Kushum Yojana is a notice an initiative provides to financial and technical support to install solar power pumps and particularly beneficial for water scarce region. Now, yeah, we can also say that because of geopolitical and global market integration, India's transformation is increasingly linked with the global power, with trade policy that favors the agricultural exports. And yeah, India is making its mark as a significant player as a global superpower. So yeah, all those things I want to put here. And we can also talk about some transforming industries. So with the as of technology.
Hang on, Suryakant, hang on for a second.
Yes.
Let me come in on your uh, idea of using of being worried about imported fossil fuels.
Yes, sir.
A couple of years, I have been in the energy business for a long time. And a couple of years ago, I wrote a note for just private note for myself and for other people of my energy priorities for India. And the first in that was get rid of LPG. Because we tend to think about crude oil, but really, I mean, there are good reasons to use LPG in cooking in rural areas. It's very good reasons, medical, health, all that. I agree with it. I'm not against it at all. But we are hooked to imported LPG. Okay. So fossil fuel, it's going to come against us in terms of climate change targets. So we need to get rid of it. And so I'm very, very keen that we actually, and we can't start with households. Okay, that is stupid. You are never going to convince any housewife or other, you give up this chulha, which is so convenient, right? And so clean and all good. But I'm very happy to hear that from you. I want to talk to you offline about it rather than take up all the space in this Wattpad. I will talk to you
Yes,
offline,
sir.
and I'm also very keen to hear your other ideas in detail offline. So
Yes,
do keep, so we'll have some discussion about it offline. But in the meantime, please continue about
sure.
the industry.
Yes, sir. So basically, last year I visited Indore, and Indore has India's biggest CBG plant, sponsored by Indian government, and this that can be an example for other parts of India. Yes, we can drive some sustainable practices, and we can make that reliable CBG fuel from organic waste, and they have a robust mechanism of waste collection, segregation, source segregation, and good machinery is primarily imported from Germany. One, two major private players in that industry is also one is Malheim in Pune, that is led by Colonel Suresh Rege. He's a retired one. He's doing good in it. And one company is in Hyderabad, that is Ahuja Engineering. Is also done by a. You can find a good documentary of some. Uh, actually, I forget his name. So okay, sir. So we are continuing with renewable energy and biofuels and India's green transition. So basically, sustainable waste management and clean energy production. I also introduced कि क्या होता है उससे biomethane, biochar production and fertilizers के भी substitutes we can derive from there. Or the major thing is that it explores the potential of biofuels, waste management practices, and government policies. Even CNG fertilizer uses, and that will also reduce the reliance on synthetic fertilizers. So basically, we are still dependent on fossil fuels, bio-CNG and all. All those things are okay. I just want to mention some important part. That is the Indore success story. So they have effective waste collection and segregation plants, effective biogas production and utilization, and community involvement and support. And while I was working with that agency, I come up with some policy recommendation. So the first thing is to enhance support for biogas production throughout the nation. And then we have to also incentivize the biofuel production because I went into their how they derive the cost of biofuel, and that would not have a significant difference between normal diesel, petrol, or biofuel. It's about 20-30 rupees ka difference, but the availability and all will make the things complex then. And then we have to promote the role of public-private partnership in that industry. And one major thing that our country lies in almost every sector is the robust data collection mechanism. So we also have to develop those things on the other hand. And robust monitoring and evaluation system is also needed to grow up that industry. And yeah, so it has a good impact on energy security, environmental benefits, and sustainable development practices. Now, we can also talk about some cutting edge technology, what nowadays is transforming the industries is uh, in my view, one of the most significant impact of technology is its ability to revolutionize the industries like manufacturing sector, healthcare, and almost every sector, finance, agriculture, as I mentioned. Automation and AI are changing the way manufacturing operates and enabling smart factories where machines can self-diagnose and repair and boosting productivity and reducing the human errors. And also, yeah, we can say it comes with some negative side also. Now in healthcare, technology is bridging the gap in accessibility and quality of care. Even robots are nowadays performing surgeries, like brain surgery that could be the highly complex ones. So, telemedicines allow patients to consult with the doctors remotely, while AI-powered diagnostic tools help in early detection of disease. In my way, this is the most important thing. So we should focus on on that. Now, wearable health devices monitor is a vital science, offering real-time data, like कोई heart के बीट को monitor कर रहा है, कोई lungs की productivity को maintain monitor कर रहा है. So that would be good. Now, technology has an also impact on communication and collaboration. So technology dramatically reshaped the way we communicate and collaborate. We all have witness of it. So breaking down geographic barriers and fostering a global connected community. The advent of social media platform, video conferencing tools, instant messaging apps has made communication more instantaneous and accessible these days. And the platform like we are using Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Slack have transformed our businesses and all. Also, the role of AI and big data we have also talked about in terms of agriculture because I know more about agri sector than other things. But still, it comes with a lot of challenges. So the rapid pace of change can lead to a skill gap. So it's a major problem because currently I'm working on a project of employment landscapes in India nowadays. So everywhere where I go and talk with the stakeholders and whatever I did, so everybody is saying ki skill gap, skill gap. There are demands in the industry, but there are not sufficient candidates performing with good skills nowadays. So requiring continuous learning and adaptation would be a tool to catch up with emerging higher newly built technologies. Moreover, the issue of data privacy and cyber security and the ethical use of AI must be addressed to ensure that the technology benefits society as a whole. And as algorithms become more sophisticated, the need for transparent and ethical use of AI becomes paramount, particularly in sectors like enforcement, healthcare, finance. So I think these are the two things I want to highlight. And right now I'm working with employment challenges. So I want to say about a pinch of employment. So ऐसा है कि while we have lots of things to celebrate nowadays as a country, government is also celebrating on its own way, public is also saying, and all those things are happening here. But we also have to acknowledge the challenges we are facing right now, especially in terms of employment. So India has a growing labor force, but the jobs are not growing at the same pace, particularly in the secondary sector, even in the service sector also. So this has led to a worrying mismatch between the skills that people have and the jobs available in the market. So as a research analyst at India Foundation, I'm working on that gaps and we are focusing primarily on the states like UP because UP has a too much population. जितना बाकी around 50-60 countries के पास भी नहीं उससे ज्यादा अकेले एक स्टेट का पॉपुलेशन है और वो रिसोर्सेज के साथ कैटर होके अलग ही वे में अपने आप को आ रहा है. So it is a challenge to us, and government also should have to address and people. And we are also working on a project, and we might come with a good policy recommendation जो अभी तक कोई नहीं दिया है. So we are working on it. We are interacting with various stakeholders, um, sitting at top levels. They have the bird's eye view of the state economy. So you are mute, sir. Sir, you are mute.
Yeah, no more. Okay. Yeah, Suryakant, thank you so much. It's very impressive. I'm really very happy to hear so many things from you. It is indeed very impressive. Your grasp is wide and deep, both. Normally people are narrow and then they know one thing, or they are wide and they don't know the depth, but you have depth and you have width, breadth. It's very impressive. And I'm sure, India is lucky to have people like you. I do want to talk to you offline about something I'm involved in. So let's end it here, unless you have some last words.
Exactly, sir. I have some last word. So
Please.
first, I want to pay a tribute to Mr. Ratan Tata ji by saying his own quote, and that quote is in Hindi कि फैसले लेने से मत डरो, सही फैसले की फिक्र मत करो. You have to take the decisions and just make a decision and then make it right. Don't fear about what happen if I take a wrong decision. So just take a decision and then make it right.
Okay.
This is my last word, and after all, thank you so much, sir, for giving me this.
All right, good. So let's end it here. I'll be back with another young person or an expert or a young expert like Suryakant. Till then, bye everybody.
Bye, sir.